Hello and welcome to the 29th of February. Well, at least that's what it is here in Australia. We're almost one full day or about half a day ahead of the US and ahead of the UK as well. So today is the final free website audit. Tried to promise one every day of February. I sort of fell down a couple of days there like yesterday, but it is what it is. These are free. So today we're looking at, let's share screen. My internet's a little on the slow side today. Don't blame it, I'm a little on the slow side today. So this is Sparks and Paint Designs. It's actually a Weebly e-commerce store, which honestly I have not seen a Weebly e-commerce store for a very long time. In fact, ever possibly. I don't know anyone who's ever tried to do e-commerce on Weebly. I used to love Weebly. I used to think it was really great. It was Weebly and Wix were our sort of like our free website builders, unless you put a domain name to them. And back in the days when templates were very hard to come by for WordPress, Elementor wasn't quite up and running. Divi wasn't quite up and running, and there was a real loss in the marketplace for those at the bottom end who couldn't afford a custom designed website, didn't want to tackle WooCommerce, WordPress at that stage, which was somewhat difficult. I don't know whether Shopify was actually around or not. It was probably around, but if it was around, I think it was around, but it was like typically developer territory. So this is the sort of, so Weebly is the sort of place where, you know, a few people went. I honestly would never have really said use it for e-commerce, but you know, I would have gone WordPress with WooCommerce. But anyway, this particular business has, congratulations, they've done not a bad job of it. They've got the Facebook Pixel installed. There's nothing here that's unusual. Global Google Analytics 4. Using Square as the payment processor. SSL, the usual stuff. It's a Sparks and Paints design. When I always hear a website URL or a business name, I need within literally seconds to have a pretty good idea of what it is the business is selling. Most of the time, people don't end up on a business website, or they don't end up on their social media page, or they see their social media page within you know, accounts. And you've got to have a really, really strong, this is the business name, this is what the business does. I talk about cognitive dissonance, and I also talk a lot about don't make me think. People do not like to have to think. So it's a very minimalist header and menu. I would be inclined, if you go, we'll go to the shop now, because it's actually shows, and that doesn't want to open in a new link. Okay, there it is. Sorry, it did. There is a lot of different categories. It's reminiscent to me of some of the old drop shipping sites, but it's not drop shipping. It's doing a lot of custom labeled. At least that's what I think is happening. So I probably would have been inclined to think about these categories in a broader sense. So plant identification tags, coasters, camel water bottles. So what 3 or 4, maybe 5 at the most bigger items could be the first line of categories, and then you've got individual products within it. Gift ideas is always one of those mishmash categories, because basically everything is a gift idea. Custom photo framing, one of a kind. So if I go back to the home pages, it doesn't push a lot here for me to really, okay, well, that could be interesting to look at. And the Shop Now button over here is a really odd place to put it, because normally what you have over here in a button like that, that's normally a contact me or an email me, or a booking appointment. It's unusual to put a shop now button over there. So they've got another shop now button here. But I'm like, what does it do? And what is this image? This image is like, it's prime real estate, absolute prime real estate. And it doesn't seem to have any connection to what it is they do. And then they get featured categories. Have an idea for something special, we'll work with you and create a custom order. That's great, but it's sort of like buried within this. So all the time I see it, I see lots of really great content, but I see issues with how the content has been set out. And again, this is a sort of a bit of a mishmash of all sorts of different things, and I'm not seeing clear categorization. So I've got, ball caps and gift ideas, and I mean that could be a gift idea, that could be a gift idea. This looks like it's some sort of custom work. This is artwork that's being sold, that's being done. So it's not customized, it's just artwork that's being sold. So I'd like to see this divided into more subcategories. Featured items, more coming soon. Well, I don't really want to know what more is coming soon. Don't tell me about what might be happening in the future. I'm not coming back. E-commerce is about, what have you got to sell me right now? And I don't get you've got featured items up here, featured categories, okay. And then these are featured items. Again, I'm having to think too hard. And unless something here sort of grabs my attention, I'm struggling. See it in action. That's, again, a lot of real estate for one product. Get a custom quote. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not seeing any email capture. I'm not seeing any sign up with give us your email so that you can stay in the loop when we release new things, or we've got new ideas and ways of customizing. Again, this is taking up an awful lot of real estate. I'd be inclined to put that in the footer. Free shipping, got all the trust badges in place. There's no privacy policy. There's no terms and conditions. There's no shipping policy. There's no refunds and returns. So you'll get into trouble with most paid ad platforms. You won't be able to do a store on Pinterest or Facebook or Instagram, and Google's going to have a problem with that as well. I'm not seeing a pop-up in front of my face. Thank you very much. That's a pleasure. But you don't have any email capture, so that's probably half the reason. And then we go across to a gallery, which is just a mix match of like lots. Well, it's a mix match of the customization that's been done, and I get it. That makes sense to me. It's like, here's some examples of what you could have done. Yeah, all right, great. But I would think shop now is far more important than gallery. So when we're looking at a menu list or even a website, we generally tend to go top to bottom, left to right. That's the sort of the way the eye tracks. And like these are some good customizations. I'm wondering whether you actually put them on the products itself. So let's have a look at the shop now. What was the... Actually, I want to go back to that gallery there a minute. So that is... These are mostly signs. Signs, there we go. And I'm trying to see if the sign that you've got customized, look at the two horses. Not there. So I can't afford to get lost unless you're doing completely 100% customized work, and then that's okay. This is sort of presenting as a buy a product and then customize it, whereas maybe it would be better as just doing completely customized, because it looks like half of these that are here I don't actually exist as products I could buy. So if I see something over here and I go, oh look, I love that, that looks fantastic, and I want something exactly like that, how do I buy it? And I don't think I can. because it doesn't seem to be here. Welcome to he said, welcome to she said. Like where are the circular signs or the oval signs? What happens if I go to one particular product? Add to cart. This is Weebly. It's not actually. It's a bit clunky when it comes to doing zooming. They're using Afterpay, and that's great. It should be slathered across the top. I suspect that's problematic in Weebly. Second message just over 6 inches and it's drawn with many bicycles around the chain. Shipping. So you've got a shipping and returns policy, but it needs to be down here in the fine print. Add to cart. I'm not seeing any indication of what. Oh no, you said free shipping. So again, I would put free shipping up the top and not rely on people to be at the bottom of the page before they find out that they're getting free shipping. Free shipping is a big plus. You're eligible for free shipping. How to get it? Why am I eligible for free shipping and I'm not even in the US? Can't even find Australia. Oh, there it is. That change my shipping method missing. This address is not supported. Please select another. Good. That makes sense. So it looks like it's a US only site, which is fine, but make that up front. Don't allow selection of other addresses. And again, I don't know how strong Weebly is in the back end of being able to do that. Let's take this out of the cart. But see, it says I'm eligible for free shipping over there, but then I go and put my address in, it says, you know, we can't ship to you. So this is part of the reason why I'm not sure Weebly is such a fantastic choice for an e-commerce site. Facebook, Instagram, I'd also be on Pinterest because this is the sort of stuff that Pinterest really likes. This is obviously broken. And this is working. 83 followers, 22 posts. See, this is the sort of thing I would like to see on the website. This is the unique differentiator. You're not, you know, I went to the website sort of expecting mass-produced products. It's not mass-produced products, so that needs to be your point of difference, and you need to point that out very, very clearly on the website. Saturday, they're obviously doing some market stuff. I don't know how long this has been going, but there's not a lot. 22 posts, not a lot. It doesn't feel like it feels like a bit of a hobby that someone started and has sort of like tailored off on. What's the oldest one here? 45 weeks ago. Yeah, just April the 14th to 2023. It feels like something someone started and they've just lost impact on, and that doesn't inspire confidence. What's the copyright? There isn't one. Yep. All right. Trust badges are good, but there's really this site's not going to convert. or if it does convert, it's going to convert very, very minimally. Doing a few reels. They obviously should be on the Facebook page if the Facebook page is still active. Not a lot here. I think I can contribute now that I've come as far as that. Personally, if you're serious, I would be coming onto Shopify, quite frankly, and making sure that people are really clear about what it is you offer. I mean, this should be like a montage of products almost, with a big like the wording here versus the wording here. This wording over here is much better without the hashtag. Custom gifts and one-of-a-kind home decor and fun, unique items. That is what should be here, along with, you know, photos of the items or a quirky photo of a house or something. This landscape just doesn't work. What is that? Sign in or create account with just your phone number. Okay, this is create an account. Yeah, I'd sort of, if it's all about custom made, then I would make this much higher up. And what's going on with social media? This looks like a market stall. Looks like a market stall of your artwork. I mean, you know, you obviously are doing artwork. Do you want to sell artwork, or do you want to sell customized other bits and pieces? Because there's two things going on here, and it's fine to sell both of them, but make sure that's very clear on your website. Here's my artwork. It's you know, it's good, and I can see a lot of people that would, you know, quite like that. Here's my artwork. Go here. Here's customized other items I do. This is some examples of customization. Custom two-layer map. All right, interesting. So that's obviously something. I don't know how many people do that. I suspect not many, but that would be worth sort of putting as a separate item. Interesting behind the scenes video. And there's clearly not a lot of strategy going on here in terms of what gets posted. It's just let's just you know, put things up here without really thinking about any sort of rhyme or reason to it, and that people get lost when that's happening. Okay, that's about all I can contribute to this, and that's the end of my free website audits for February. Go back to the group or on my website or on my YouTube channel, and you'll find all of the audits I've done. I invite you to scroll through them, because there, you know, has been other odd things that have come up during times when I've done the audits. And quite frankly, the more other websites you look at and the more you think about conversion rate optimization issues, the more you know, and the more you know, the better your own website can be. And of course, your social media. Thank you, and March the 1st tomorrow. Everybody take care and have a good one.